I want to go live in a yurt.
I
That's
know.
what's happening.
That's a huge thing that's happening right now. Employees are leaving businesses because there's a lot of new opportunities out there. So
Yeah.
I'm Rich G.
And I'm BJ Flagg, and this is episode 206, How to Find the Best Employees Today.
Yeah,
And it's
it,
hard out there right now.
it's crazy. Microsoft research found that 41% of the global workforce is weighing leaving their current employer this year.
Unbelievable. And it's for so many different reasons. You have some people who just decided, you know, it's time to leave your business. And it's usually quite a wake up call to all the remaining employees.
It's huge. Because it's like an infection. They start to see other people leave,
Yeah,
and it's they're saying, well, if Steve could do it, I could do that too.
right. Yeah, don't think that they're not all talking to each other. I think the biggest thing is this is the hardest for a corporation to predict,
Yes.
because people are leaving for um, quality of life, you
Yeah.
know, and they're going way down to a different situation where, they used to be able to entice people back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not enticed by money.
No, it's not money. It's just the biggest. I read somewhere that people leave because of their boss most of the time. It's not money and anything. It's their quality of life at work. I go, and a lot of people, and BJ, you and I were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, I left a company because I just didn't see myself growing at the company. I was doing the same old stuff after 3 or 4 years. And I just said, it's time for a change. I want to grow. I want
Yeah.
to learn more things. I want to meet new people. I want to travel. And so I moved to another company.
Yeah. And it's hard to look back at your fellow employees who have stayed. They stayed the 20 years
Yeah.
and never moved in position. Never did that. That's hard to see. Hard to see. And we're hoping that these tips kind of give you an idea of how to find the best employee, but also some other little tips and trips that might help you a little.
So our first tip is, and how to find the best employees. First, focus on retaining your current employees.
Least expensive option.
Yes, assume everyone is leaving and interviewing. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Make that assumption. Everyone is leaving, and so if you come from that perspective, it allows you to talk to everyone on your team, regardless of whether you believe they're planning on leaving or not. And it
Oh,
helps you get where they are, where their head's at.
exactly. And this is the time to review and fix your work environment issues. Everyone will likely be more engaged and productive in addition to you improving your employee turnover rate. Excellent time to do it.
Yeah, and don't take anyone for granted. Assume that everyone is considering leaving and invest in listening to and improving things for everybody on your team. That's
Yeah.
so important. So look at who are your best employees and try to retain them.
Yeah, for sure. Tip number two, involve your current employees on the new employee job description, the entire job hunt, actually. Have your employees get in there and, help with the job description, help with any testing that might need to be done. Have them be an interviewer of the person along with you. You can make the person What's amazing is the employees can make the person really relax and they can ask questions about technical things, programs, things like that, that they could really ferret out if this guy really knows his stuff. It's an excellent thing for you to do.
Yeah, and current employees can also test the synergy, the fit of the person. Are they going to fit in on the team? They could see if the person is going to work well with the rest of the people and how the company works and the company machine. Because you might get everybody in the company is an extrovert, and you hire an introvert that might not fit in well on the team, or it might
Or they love them.
fit in well. You never know, but it's they test that synergy.
Yeah. And I think the best part is the employees are not only your cheerleaders, but they also become stakeholders in the new hire. So when that new hire comes on that first day, they can be the friendly face when it comes time to onboarding that new hire. Such a great experience all around, for sure.
Tip 3 is open up your perspective. Hire younger people, hire older people, etc. We tend to try to hire the same people for the same positions and neglect to open up our vision, our perspective.
Yeah, and that's a myopic way of doing business. Mix it up. Gender, ethnicity, all add to your business and the richness of that community. We just actually last podcast started talking about that community that you create.
Yeah.
Add more people.
Yeah, figure out finding people in your community. Have an open house. Visit colleges. I tell my clients all the time, visit colleges, do those college, expos, teach a class, are all ways to meet potential new hires.
Absolutely. A lot of people will talk about interns.
Yeah.
Take an intern from a college. Oh, that is the best thing you can ever do. Not only we reached out, we have a hiring spot right now. We reached out to one of our last interns who got a fantastic job. And I said, hey, any of your friends not have jobs yet? Can you pass them my way? I got 2 phone calls. Absolutely fantastic. So it's a nice thing to do.
Yep.
Well, tip number 4, poaching, no or yes.
When I first said poaching to BJ, she's like, no. I said,
I said,
no.
then I realized I looked back at some of the incredible people I have found along the way, and I thought, okay, that's a yes.
Poached.
Yeah. People have strong feelings about it. When I think about poaching, I think about someone who I've met that is just a dynamite. If you're going after young hires, it might be the Starbucks barista that is just so gung ho. They are detail oriented, work under pressure. They always have a smile. Start up a conversation with them and say, have you ever considered a career, important word, in marketing? And leave your card with them. I see them every day and I know that they have the card. I just want to, speak from personal experience. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see good workers that manage themselves, their time, the customers and everything.
Yeah.
You just have to train them a little bit to how things work at your company, but you already have a great foundation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it's a way to go.
Look to your client companies. Yes, you heard that right. We've hired some of our best employees from client companies. They know our business and have been great partners along the way. And I know, BJ, you have that story.
Yeah, and what was amazing, we had a incredible client. I personally loved her. She was a great person. We did a lot of things. She had a fantastic girl working for her, and we got into a conversation about, she really needs to move up, move out. She needs to, and I said, well, what do you think her love is? She said websites. She really loves websites. I'm sitting there going, I'll take that. I'll take that. An unbelievable person. I approached her about it. I was very upfront with the client, and boom, worked out fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, be upfront with the person that you're looking for long term. Make sure you have a detailed benefit package and a clear runway to success at the company. And that's key, is the runway, that people see a future. They don't just see, well, we're going to place you in this position, you're going to be there. No, that here, but there's so much more opportunity. And that's what a lot of smaller businesses forget, is to show them that runway.
Yeah. And that's why they're leaving their company. They
Yeah.
don't have a runway. And you know what? Don't ask them a thing about their other company. Don't hire them and ask them anything, any proprietary information. They came to you because what your company was doing, the cool things you were doing. Don't dwell on the past.
Yeah.
Little things will pop up here and there, and they'll mention, oh, we should turn that around. That's something we used to do all the time. It worked great. Fine. But just don't ask them anything. It gets them unnerved and think that's the only reason why you hired them.
Yeah, that's that you're poaching them. You never poach their clients. They shouldn't bring clients along.
Nope.
You shouldn't poach additional people from that company.
Right.
You're already doing a little damage to that company. So play fair.
Yeah. And make it a point of saying it too. Be very transparent. Not a thing. Don't take a thing.
Yeah.
Because you still want to maintain a relationship with the company.
Yeah, you could take a stapler, I think. Take the stapler.
A post-it note.
Well, our resource this week is a great one. It lines perfectly with our topic. It's How to Hire the Best, the entrepreneur's ultimate guide to attracting top performing team members. It's by Sabrina Starling, who is actually related to Clarice Starling from the movie.
Who knew?
Yeah,
I did not. Who knew that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Your results as an entrepreneur are massively dependent on your team. That's how Sabrina feels. And attracting and retaining top performers is incredibly critical. She has the way to kind of describe the different steps that need to be done.
Yeah. And attracting and retaining top performers is really critical. It's one of the most core, most necessary skills you need to make your business successful.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think that, if you can figure out the root cause for your team related problems, which we talked about in the earlier tip, fix them.
Yeah.
And fix them once and for all. All is good.
Yeah, take the action needed to get the right people in place and begin transforming your business. So, and that's it.
Our sponsor today is Rich G. Have you ever had a hard time corralling your employees? Are they leaving for greener pastures? Do you see where this is going? Are you finding it hard to replace them? I have the prescription for you. Call Rich G. One free session will show you that Rich is the real deal. He helps hundreds of businesses grow and excel faster than they would have ever thought. Go to richg.com and reserve a complimentary session with Rich today.
And our other sponsor is BJ Flagg. If you need someone to look at your brand and give it a refresh, I have someone in my community you want to talk to, BJ Flagg from New Renew Brand Marketing. They have the outside the bubble perspective to understand what you want and what your customers are looking for. They are full service from strategy all the way to implementation. They're the group for you. That's NURENU.com. Thank you to our producer and king of creative, Richard Scalzo, bringing you the best small business podcast every Tuesday. Have an unbelievable week.
Catch you later.